Shri Rama Navami. Shri Rama Navami is an auspicious occasion to the people of Mother Bharat. The celebration brings to our memory the virtues of Shri Rama, who is the embodiment of Bharatiya culture, Bharatiya values and Bharatiya education, which should be brought to the knowledge of the modern youth. We understand that anyone can become a Rishi through self-discipline. When we observe Valmiki's evolution from an ordinary highway robber to the level of a Maharishi when enlightened by Narada Maharishi at the right moment. When the celestial sage Narada taught the plunderer Valmiki to chant Rama, that rustic could only utter it as Mara, 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 which later on became Rama, Rama, Rama. The mantra Rama made Valmiki intuit the entire spiritual career of Sri Rama, and he composed a sacred book, Ramayana. Evident that with the advent of an incarnation of God, a Maharishi also comes to record the holy biography of that divine person. Sri Rama is the model to the young and the old, to the man of the world and to the recluse absorbed in the glory of the self. He embodies virtue and ardently applies to life in conflicting circumstances. Though in the worldly life, he is at the core supremely above it. The benign and the malign are the two forces patent in nature. Conflict between these two is in evidence everywhere. In Ramayana, the benign elements are the rishis or the holy people. The malign are the rakshasas, always aggressive and a menace to the good. In life, facing the enemy is an eternal problem. But finally, the benign defeat the malign. Ramayana teaches man how to brave the enemy. Learn this art if you want to thrive, is the message conveyed. Lust and greed are the two mighty evils that goad man into questionable actions. Of the two, lust was in evidence in all the three capitals, Ayodhya, Kishkinda and Lanka, in an ascending order. In Ayodhya, the king Dasharatha was drawn to his third queen Kaikeyi beyond proportion. He had in every way surrendered himself to her. That was the root cause of the domestic tension that compelled Rama go into exile. He negated the tension by voluntarily accepting it. In Kishkinda, sexual indulgence was a matter of course. Conjugal relationship was flexible and changeable on flimsy grounds. The affectionate brothers Vali and Sugriva fell out on this issue, which led to fatal consequences. In Lanka, this disease was rampant. But for lust, Ravana, the king of Lanka, was a model man. Because of lust, he was a menace to society. Rama had to harness all his power to exterminate this canker from the world. Lust is the cause of many evils in society. Ramayana bears evidence to it. Man grows in divinity to the extent he conquers lust. Rama's vow was to be loyal to one woman. Even in conjugal life, he was a conqueror of lust. Both he and Sita practiced celibacy all through. They mated but once for progeny. And that progeny was of divine caliber because of the sexual perfection and purity of the parents. The world evolves in divinity to the extent it takes to Sita Rama path in the matter of self-discipline and self-dedication. Thank you.